What breed is your dog? Maybe a doodle or some kind of husky? Maybe you are a lab owner tuning in for some great advice on your Energizer bunny. There are some breeds that are known for having higher energy, but just about any breed could be a high energy dog. And if you've got a dog who's running circles around you and you're barely keeping up, you're gonna love the tips I'm sharing today. And stick around because we're gonna also teach you an awesome game you can teach your dog to burn off some calories and help him settle better. Michele here with How to Train a Dream Dog. Okay, let's speed through these 8 tips and then we'll get to that fun game. Tip number 1, don't turn him into a super athlete. Do you know who loves to run long distances? Horses and some humans. But there's no need to turn your dog into a marathon runner, unless you plan to have him accompany you on long training runs for years to come. 30 minutes of a decompression walk can tire out a dog more than a 5-mile run. All that sniffing and processing of new information is great brain work, and it's exhausting in a good way. Bottom line is that if you train your dog to run 5 miles a day, soon he'll be able to do that easily and he'll be ready for more. So find a balance between couch potato and super athlete. Tip number 2, discover what he loves and do that. Now you can start with breed specific traits like how collies and corgis love herding and maybe labs love swimming. But also get to know your dog's unique preferences. So this comes from spending time with him doing different things and watching carefully for his reaction. Sometimes dogs appear to have endless energy, but it can be because you just haven't found the thing that satisfies him. Tip number 3, add novelty to skills he knows. So this means changing up your training games to be more difficult, but still going at a pace where he can succeed. We call this proofing the skill. And it means working on it with the 5 Ds. That's distance, distraction, duration, diversity, and disappearance. Training is great brain work for your dog, and it's a good activity in between a few minutes of hearty play. Speaking of play, here's tip number 4. Play should be a balance of physical work and mental work, and not extreme levels of either. So think of this like the difference between an intense roller coaster with steep climbs and deep drops versus a kiddie roller coaster with gentle highs and lows. Now, we want the kiddie roller coaster because that can help keep your dog from getting overstimulated and having a hard time settling down. All right, raise your hand if you are loving this info. So, if you like the work that my team and I are doing to put these videos together for you, give us a like, a share, subscribe, or a super thanks. Okay, on to tip number 5. Find an appropriate playmate that matches your dog's play style. Notice I didn't say a dog park. Now, pick one playmate carefully, like you're picking out a best friend. But I want to caution you not to rely on the other dog to tire out your high energy pooch. Play sessions are very beneficial when they're short and structured. If you've ever arranged a play date with 2 young children, you know that knowing when to end is an important skill. All right, here's tip number 6. Give your dog a job. Many breeds love to work and they need something to do. Now, humans often resort to giving them things like play or walks or fetch, but that doesn't properly fill the dog's cup and often results in stress. It's like if you absolutely love to snowboard, but all you ever got to do was run 5Ks. It's movement, but it doesn't satisfy you. If your high energy dog is given enrichment activities that match their interests and natural tendencies, it's likely they won't experience that stress. Tip number 7 is all about teaching your dog to relax. Some high energy dogs just don't want to relax very well and have to be given the right environment and some training. Crates are especially important for high energy dogs because it will assist them in getting into a restful state. Now, in order for the crate to do that, you're going to need to introduce it in a way that is positive for your dog and have a cool down routine before they go in. Then they learn that resting and relaxing is what the crate is for. Humans know that the dog needs rest, but dogs often don't want to miss out on whatever fun might be happening. So the crate provides that structure. Now, if you have one of those dogs that seems to have no off switch, you're going to love my video on how to teach your dog to settle. All right, here's my next tip before we move on to that game. Tip number 8, teach your high energy dog to self-entertain. Now, high energy dogs might appear to have 2 settings, active or sleep. But there's a middle ground where you want them to sit and watch and just be a part of the family without being entertained. So start this training as a puppy by giving them an appropriate activity at the right time in their wake window, where they can choose something or just hang out and watch, without needing you to be the cruise director. And if that sounds complicated and you're just not sure where to start, check out the mini course on schedules. It will help you build a schedule that's right for your dog. And we provide sample schedules for dogs all the way through adulthood, so you can see what we suggest and why. Oh, and you're gonna love the 101 things to do with your dog. Okay, time for the fun stuff. Now, this great game is gonna allow you to structure the play so that you have that gentle ebb and flow of energy that I talked about earlier. So for this game, you're gonna teach your dog the names of toys, so that eventually he can pick them out of a lineup. Now, since dogs don't speak English, you're essentially teaching him another language, and he's got to use his brain to put it to use. And if he's excited from the fetching, this is a great way to bring him down off that physical excitement and channel the energy into mental work. Now, you've probably already started this game. Maybe your dog knows his ball or the name of a favorite toy. That's great, but we're gonna level it up and teach him multiple toy names, and then challenge him to get the right one when all of them are present. And when he's good at that, we can make the game even harder. As with any new skill, we're gonna start with a really easy approach so your dog gets the hang of it quickly, and you can then build on his confidence and success. If he seems to already know the name of one toy, like a ball, let's start with that one. So essentially, I want you to watch for the moment his mouth goes onto the toy or touches the toy, and at that moment, say the name of the toy. Do not offer a treat or anything. This engagement with the toy is actually his reward. You can even do this as he naturally engages with the toy, even if you're not right next to him.
Lemmy! Good boy! You're such a good boy!
This is going to involve a lot of repetition, but it's easy to do from your couch. So that's good news. After you seem to be getting the hang of the training and he's figuring out the name of the toy, you can present the ball and one other toy that does not have any kind of name to it. So be close to the toys and point to the ball and say, "Ball," and then engage with him with the ball.
Get Lemmy. Yes! Good boy! Oh my goodness!
As with all training, we take baby steps towards the final result. So now you're going to start getting a little further away from the ball and pointing a little less strongly. If he's doing really well, you can stop pointing altogether, or maybe just gesture towards the ball rather than point. Now, if he doesn't get it, then get a little closer to the ball. Be more specific with your pointing and your body language, or even touch the toy so he knows which one you're talking about. Now, the next step is to do the same with another item without the first toy present. I recommend picking a toy with a distinct name. Note how ball and piggy sound very different from each other. Now, you introduce piggy all on its own, using the same technique as you did with ball. Be sure to continue your work with the ball when piggy isn't present. Once he gets really good at both of these, put them both together. Now, when they're first together, you're gonna probably wanna use your body language to go along with the toy name, so he's sure to get it. Now, one thing that humans often do is repeat the cue if they don't see the dog respond right away. I challenge you to say the cue once, and then be silent. Be silent for up to a full minute to allow your dog to think. And if he doesn't get it after a minute, or he wanders off, you might repeat the cue one more time. And if he still doesn't get it, this is your signal to end the session for now and try again at another time. Take note of how long that session was so you can remember to stop playing the game before that time next time. We always want to end on a high note. And the great thing about this game is that you can continue to introduce new toys and the complexity increases. There's actually a border collie named Chaser who holds the world record. He knows 1,022 names of toys. After a while, you can introduce toys with similar names, but you can add in adjectives like big ball and small ball. Don't use colors because dogs don't see colors as well as we can. And you can also start to pile up the toys, so the dog has to search for the one you've asked him to find. Can you imagine a huge pile of toys and you ask for a very specific duck toy at the bottom? and your dog has to hunt for it? Now, the brain work he has to use for that skill is off the charts. Your dog will love it, and you're gonna love how settled he is at the end of the mental and physical game. Now, the options for this game are endless. Now, we've actually taught our students at the pro level of our online course how to turn this game into a find it game with toys in another room. Those dogs are working hard and loving it. Now, I hope you enjoy this game with your dog. And if you love that kind of creative game, I think you're ready for another one of our ideas involving a lot of creativity on the part of the human. Your very next video should be this one, where we found 10 items from the dollar store that were not for dogs, and we created fun activities out of each one of them. Between the name game and the dollar store video, you should be set for some great activities with your high energy dog. Now, go enjoy these games with your dog and tell us how they went. And if you have any questions, just pop them in the comments below and we'll help you out. This is your favorite dog trainer signing off. See you next time.